Oh, hello. Welcome to the Mermaid Tavern. Chin chin. Cheers. Skål. Slàinte bottoms up. Mm. So, I saw this fabulous Irish singer, Lisa O'Neill. You know her? I just really became aware of her this year when there was a great Irish drama called Bodkin, and it was really check it out. It's on Netflix, and in the end titles, I heard this wonderful voice and this fabulous song, "Old Note," and I'd forgotten actually until I think I was talking to just before I went into this gig. There was a couple from up north from Wigan. I was talking to them. They were reminding me that yeah, I had forgotten actually that in the very end sequence of Peaky Blinders, you were a Peaky Blinders fan like me. I love Peaky Blinders, and it was wonderful, really. I mean, a fabulous ending it had, didn't it? Too. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but a fabulous ending. If you haven't seen it, just a good ending. I believe they're making a movie anyway. Um, they had this song. I didn't actually know it. It's from Bob Dylan's album Self Portrait, and it's All the Tired Horses. All the tired horses in the sun. How am I gonna get any riding done? But the way Lisa O'Neill sang it, there's just I didn't know it was her at the time. And what I did was, I think I did one of those things like Soundhound or one of those apps that you. Which one was it? I can't remember. Where you play on your phone. I often use it. Do you on your phone? And there's a piece of music comes on. Sometimes if you put the subtitles on, it'll actually tell you or the lyrics for it, and then you can find it out. And I found out it was her, and I made a note of it. Oh, I've never heard of her, but I didn't know anything about it. And I thought she was great the way she sang that song. I didn't even know the song. If you're a Dylan fan, perhaps you know it. Anyway, yeah, it was this year. It was like whenever Bodkin, I saw Bodkin maybe summer. Was it late summer, July, August? I can't even remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But then I looked into her more deeply, and wow, I was watching lots of YouTube videos, lots of videos on here, and I found her website, and yeah, she was doing a tour, so I booked tickets to go and see her. It was sold out actually to go and see her at the Barbican. She's really, really sort of like an old soul of Ireland a bit. I thought it at the time, and then I was reading a review of a show that she'd done before earlier in the year or last year, and it said that they were comparing her a bit to Margaret Barry. Now you know Margaret Barry, the she was known as the Queen of the Gypsies. I remember having seeing an album of hers years ago. I've got it somewhere of her singing that very wonderful voice, kind of raw voice, but really sort of gets you, you know. And Lisa's voice is kind of reminiscent of that, not completely different, really, completely different, but reminiscent. And that song, "Old Note," it's wonderful, you know. I was walking home half in the dreaming, the things that I was thinking I was singing. Oh, don't listen to me sing it; it'll put you off. But just wonderful. You know, I wish I could play some clips on air, you know, without getting into trouble. But she is a discovery. Really love her, and she's got that wonderful natural beauty about it, and her voice just blows you away. It really does. You know, she sings very much in her accent, and that just adds to it. You know, um, yeah, she's like a little. She's got a sort of elfin, pixie sort of face a bit. And it's funny because this was done with an orchestra, the Britten Sinfonia. Yeah, I don't even know. I was going to find out how many in the orchestra. You know, a good sort of what 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. I'd guess 40-piece orchestra. My friend Therese said at the beginning, oh, she doesn't need that, you know, the orchestra. And I thought, go with it, you know. Anyway, it's the Barbican Hall, London Symphony Orchestra. Are they still based there? You're in the Barbican, you've got the RSC. Funny enough, the RSC are doing Midsummer Night's Dream at the moment, and it's almost like Lisa was one of their more realistic than any fairy you could get. She was like a real fairy, you know, that had escaped from there. I don't know what it's like. I don't know if they, but even so, it just made me think of that. And anyway, beginning it goes dark, and there's a moon. There's a moon playing because they call this thing the Symphony for the Cold Moon. Symphony for the Cold Moon. It's the last moon of the year, known as the cold moon. Apparently, symbolizes, you know, uh, death and rebirth. And the figure sort of prances on stage, and everyone starts. Like me, I thought it was her, but it's just the conductor, a woman, and she starts conducting in this big orchestral piece, and very familiar. Oh, it's the flying theme from E.T. I thought, what's this playing for? Because I hadn't. It does actually explain it in the notes, but I hadn't had time to read this little piece of paper was left on the seats for everybody, and why is the theme from E.T. playing? Anyway, it transpires that was a movie that she heard when when it came out. When did it come out? E.T. Early 80s. So she remembered it as the first having a big effect on her. The first time she'd really witnessed or heard orchestral music in this soundtrack by John Williams, and obviously she wanted it played here. And she came on at the end of it, no applause, just sort of really, really happy that they'd done it. She was really, you could see she was really excited. And then she went into her set, still with the orchestra playing, full orchestra, and just Pothole in the Sky. That was a lovely song too. They're all good. It's just ones that stand out. Um, uh, there was a song about Violet Gibson. Now I didn't know about her. She's the woman that took a long time ago in the 1920s took a pot shot at Benito Mussolini and scratched his nose. There's a picture of Mussolini wearing a bowler hat with a bandage across the nose. I was reading about this Violet Gibson afterwards, and Lena, and of course this poor woman spent the real person spent the rest of her life in a insane asylum, I think in Northampton or something like that. Anyway, she was saying an amazing person, to go and do that. And anyway, the orchestra really did add to it, I have to say. Even though I think if I see her again, I'd like to see her just sing with a small band. But you could see that she was really enjoying it and really happy that there was an orchestra there, and she was loving it. She really was, and that was infectious. That was exciting to hear. And her vocals just stood out. The way the orchestra drowned them out was all done very well. The arrangement. A guy doing the musical range. What was he called? Terry Edwards. But anyway, it was phenomenal. And when she did that lovely song, that beautiful song, still my favourite of the ones I've heard because I haven't heard all her stuff yet. I bought, still. In fact, she's done about 5 albums. So I'm still discovering them all, and she's really worth discovering. And when she sang "Oh No," it's a long song, about 6 minutes. At the end, there's a child's voice, who I later read that is her niece, just in the soundtrack. It comes into the bed into the mix, and she comes out into the audience wearing this long black dress, and she comes out in the audience with this string, like a little. I thought it was like some shamanic sort of symbol. It's like a string of bells, and she's like dancing around the audience. It's like, do you know what? I was up in the upper circle. I was up in the circle. It's only the stalls in a circle at the Barbican Hall. I really wished I had a ticket down in the stalls to have seen it, for her to have cast some of her magic dust. It's like she was casting, springing about good vibes and energy with those bells, and I kind of. But as far away as I was, and it wasn't that far up in the circle, I kind of I got her magic. She was like enchanting, really enchanting. Although she's one of those people, a bit like Sinead O'Connor, who I was talking about the other day. Who, by the way, I read that she called a truth teller. And she did a really lovely version of Sinead's song "Three Babies." Truth teller, she was, Sinead. And so's Lisa. She's got a voice that invokes the past, you know? I'm not saying, she sings in a traditional way, but with a sort of modern slant, but um, it there's something intensely special about her. But all the more powerful because she's such a humble soul. She's so, she's not like showy. She's very sort of. You could see she was. It was lovely to see that she was really enjoying the the orchestra. She's one of these people that I'm the star now. Come on, the orchestra second to me. She was quite happy for the orchestra to be, to take center stage, so to speak. And great sound. It was what was it, an hour and a half? But it didn't. I didn't even. I wasn't even aware. It went so quick. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can have an hour and a half and it can drag. Sometimes you have 3 hours and it can be wonderful. Well, this was timeless, really. Um, uh, I can't say any more about it, really. Lisa O'Neill, definitely going to go and see her again. When, as I said, I'd like to see her again. Nothing from the orchestra because that was great, but I'd like to see her just with a small piece. There's quite a bit of video footage of her on here. Want to check her out? But check out particularly that song "Old Note" and the wonderful video it's got of her again dancing around very simply in this little cape. Uh, it's a beautiful face, and uh, I've gushed enough, I think. But yeah, check her out. Um, Thanks for watching me, listening to me. Um, will I see you again? I hope so. Bless you. Bless you for your company.